This is a true story. Meanwhile, the Jutland army valiantly attacked the Kvoltis fortress that was under Victor's command, but was beaten back. As a result, momentum for ending the war further increased in Parliament. Public demand for Solomon's and Basil's questioning had grown enough to warrant the palace's attention.
Jutland is wavering.
That suits us quite well.
According to the Department of Agriculture, winter will arrive earlier than usual. Once the snow comes, it'll be impossible to continue fighting.
Shall we use that reprieve to rebuild our armies?
No. Now that we have regained Kvoltis, we will reclaim all our land since Vonskold, thanks to this abnormal weather. I will lead the invasion, to ensure we do not falter again.
Very well. Make it so.
Yes, sire.
Can't help but notice Maxime's not here.
We have placed him on standby.
Why is that?
He needed time to regain his footing.
Regarding Maxime, it appears he went missing several days ago. Can it be...
Worry not, Victor. He merely stumbled along the path. He has not lost his way. For no matter how often he hesitates, whatever his doubts, he will always come back to us. Always.
Being too generous can be a problem as well. Is His Majesty misjudging Maxime? Oh, the snow.
That day, the season's first snowfall was observed all throughout Ruse. Winter had come early, record-breakingly so, and it was said to be abnormal weather that happened only once a century. The very next day, Grand General Victor Timoshev of the Imperial Army began his onslaught against the Jutland domain.
It's said that the Jutland army kept being overwhelmed by the strength of the Imperial army. The public opinion of whether Jutland was a liberator or invader also had a negative influence on troop morale. Nevertheless, the press continued declaring the dominance of the Jutland army.
However, those swayed by accusations of invasion from the neighboring countries lobbied the palace for a ceasefire. Lord Lindegard took this opportunity to promise a ceasefire and said that this was what the people wanted.
Who could have seen this coming? People are starting to question my stories, to think on their own. I guess there's no need for my articles anymore. No other country in Europa has the same freedom of speech as Jutland. You're one of the Vandergund.
I'm here because Princess Ophelia asked me to give you this.
The princess?
I've delivered one to all of your... friends as well.
Huh?
Then allow me to continue.
Baz,
Yo, long time no see.
you okay?
About what?
There's a lot of talk about you.
Let them say what they want to say. How about you?
I've been keeping my distance from the paper. Still writing, though.
Hey, Vi.
I thought everyone would come. I was worried.
I'm not the one having a hard time. He is. Speak of the devil.
Indeed.
It's been a while.
It has.
You seem tired.
A lot of things happen every day. To think we would be summoned by the princess. To hear, of all places.
Am.
My apologies, everyone. I realize this is much too forward of me. Yet this was the only way to bring all of you back together.
Don't look at me. You're the one who called us here.
What do you want to discuss with us, Princess?
I wish for all of you to finish what you have started. Carry out your vendetta to completion. Of course, I do not condone your inciting a war for revenge. In truth, I believe what you have done is nigh unforgivable. However, I also understand that you are human, and that the injustices you've suffered would drive anyone to extremes. The reality is, 'twould be no exaggeration to say that your vengeance has awoken the rest of us to our own suffering. The weight of an embargo caused us all to stop thinking for ourselves, to surrender to it. Yet your desires, selfish though they may be, shattered Jutland's slumber. Had you not stood up to take revenge, I would have given in. The perseverance you've shown by holding on to your anger has strengthened my own convictions as well. We cannot stop the Emperor without every last one of you. Reclaim the Sword of Vengeance and own that righteous fury, which emboldened 5 orphans to take on an empire. Is your blood debt so cheap that you can afford to lower the fist you've so easily raised?
So you're saying you want us to keep going? To fight this war, have our revenge?
I don't mean to be rude, but they've already lost their will to fight.
I'm going to kill the Valkyria.
Whoa, hey. Where the hell did all that internal conflict go?
Hearing Miss Maria made me question our need for revenge. What's the point if it meant killing her? And once I started questioning things, I couldn't bring myself to continue. I even started to resent the war. I didn't want to see any more lives sacrificed. But seeing all the reasons the squad had to fight, well, it made me remember my own. But I can't do this alone. I need all of you.
Wanna try our luck?
There's no need.
We're only returning to a path we've already chosen, after all.
We each accomplish our respective roles. We decided thus when we began this conflict.
just not solely for revenge.
That's right.
Now we're cooking.
So, is there room for one more in your circle of 5?
Huh?
I accept the treasonous origins of the war. I forgive you. My only wish now is to fight alongside you.
Your Highness, you do not have to burden yourself with this.
Yes, your acceptance is enough.
Is that why you called us here?
Works for me. We all got the same goal of kicking Ruck ass.
Thank you, all of you. There is, however, one problem we must solve before taking the fight to Ruse itself.
You refer to the current state of the country, which is split between invasion and liberation.
The division's been affecting the soldiers too.
To enjoy the current prosperity and avoid a return to poverty, yet to be averse to accusations of invasion. That's the frank opinion of the country as of now. Of course, they're reacting that way since they thought they were doing right under the banner of liberation. But as a result, anxiety is sweeping through the nation. That's the present situation.
Jutland took steps toward war because the whole country was slowly deteriorating under the economic blockade. Furthermore, there's the victory at Molda. The country became of one mind for the war effort because of that.
Could you leave the matter of the people to me?
Jutland's savior.
As heir to the throne and as the figurehead of this war, it is something I must do myself.
At that time, many of the citizens gathered in front of the palace, people decrying the war, others in support of it. The two sides split and opposed each other. Tensions continued, and it was during then.
It's the princess!
Princess Ophelia!
Why is Her Highness here?
Is it fine letting her go alone?
It's what she wanted.
Still.
She's not just a princess. She's also a soldier. She can handle her own.
You have a lot of faith in her.
I've seen what she can do.
I have killed many Ruse soldiers with these hands.
Damn, girl. Just throw that bombshell out of nowhere.
My memory of the moment I first took a life is so vivid. It makes me shudder even now. Yet I still wish to stand at the vanguard, as a soldier. Because as I face down the enemy, I know that behind me is Jutland, our home. Today I come before you as a warrior, not a princess. For our troops are fighting on the front lines as I speak. Many have fallen with hopes and dreams left unaccomplished. Perhaps it was your child, your husband, your friend. But each and every one of them took pride in this country, and those still standing keep marching out of love for you. Why are we at war? What is a nation? Liberation or invasion? Everyone is racking their brains to solve these riddles. But a few short months ago, none of us had the privilege to wax philosophical. We were struggling merely to survive. Even I, from my palace terrace. Today, I no longer think only of how to live until tomorrow. My thoughts reach much further now. I look to Jutland as our children and grandchildren see it. Is it not the same for you as well? War never changes, but war has changed us. We think of what comes after the battle and beyond. We finally have a future. You mustn't be misled by someone else's words. Nevertheless, I will resume my soldierly duties in the name of our nation. And with these hands, I will destroy the enemy for good. I'll bloody them for what I believe in. For this kingdom is on the cusp of a golden age, wherein everyone enjoys freedoms of speech, thought, and action. All of you, just as you are now, you are my pride and joy. You have lent me your ears. Now show me your faces. Please look to me, and grant me the strength to keep on fighting. Oh, beauteous azure light that shines so gently, pure and bright, across lands of plenty thrives the freedom of countless lives. Dear shield maiden, spear in hand, please grant us the strength to stand, watching over this fair kingdom. 'Tis our one and only home. Oh, heaven, voice.
That was most impressive, although I was surprised when you opened with how you slew a Ruzi soldier.
I merely gave voice to my honest feelings.
It will force the people to think about this country, about this war.
Now, Amlet, all that remains is to defeat the Ruzi Empire.
You sure you're okay? With us, I mean.
Whether or not you are a necessary evil, you are surely the lesser of two. Let us think only of victory for the nonce.
Don't disagree with you there.
I'll reserve judgment until after we win. Will that suffice?
If you say so, Your Highness.
Saul, you and Baz both have your own problems to take care of, no?
Yep.
Like the princess said, let's focus on winning for now.
Have you gotten a hold of something regarding the situation with Basil and I?
I think I know who's responsible.
Those business tycoons play for keeps. You really want to show your hand when the deck's stacked against you?
Let's just say they didn't make their fortunes completely above board. I have a few cards up my sleeve.
What are the odds?
Let's see how they feel about me writing a story on their shady business dealings. Be ready for a fight.
Count me in.
Violet, please investigate any leads concerning the Grand Generals.
About that, Victor continues to take command at the front line. As for Galouche and Prince Laertes, no sightings lately.
You're sure?
Yes, the information checks out.
Grand General Victor. We faced him at Velgiev.
He won't get away this time. I won't falter again. I'll finish what we started. Liberate Jutland, and usher a new age of prosperity for this country.
I'd like to see that.
Solomon, you suggested we take the minefield before.
Yeah.
That's how we'll get to Velgiev.
Hmm? You rejected that because it was too dangerous. Kovaltis is still in enemy hands as well.
That's what makes it the smart call. It's the one route they won't expect us to take. There's still a standoff at Kovaltis. I want to keep it that way. It'll be dangerous, but this is our best bet.
Well, I better get going.
Ditto.
Violet, come with me for a bit. I'd like to confirm something with you.
Sure, of course. It'll be even better if it comes with wine.
Let's regroup with the others.
Yes, let's. I truly am grateful, Amlet. You've given me strength.
How do you mean?
Battling by your side has shown me how to be strong. In the real way.
Huh.